they're still here today.
Nephilim Death Squad. When the last trumpet sounds and the heavens crack, blah, 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 blah. Nephilim Death Squad. Nephilim Death Squad. Death Squad. Death Squad. Death Squad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nephilim on Time Death Squad. I am David Lee Corbo, a.k.a. The Raven. That is TopLobsta, the father of disinformation. We have maybe too many signs in this
No such thing.
in this establishment. We got a lot of signs, and half of them are on the floor. Anyway, guys, before we get into today's episode, a little reminder, go to patreon.com/. So you can't be text messaging.
I'm not
Why
pulling it up.
You got to pull up. All right, fine. Patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Sign up, whatever tier you'd like, and make your money our money, fundamentally. But then besides that, you'll gain early access to episodes. You'll get ad-free viewing, listening experiences. You'll also get unedited versions, which is important in these days and times where we have to edit the words we say, because you never know when Benjamin Netanyahu is watching.
I'm going to say it's probably better that we start a little bit later.
Why? So we could rush because we have another show
so
after
we
this?
get people in, they get warmed up. The
Oh,
juices,
the people,
flowing.
yeah, get the juices flowing. I see people are, they see the thighs, yes. Also, guys, discount codes off of merchandise from TopLobsta.com.
That I might pull up.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and do that. And
No, that's fine. Let them imagine it.
early dibs on tickets to Bohemian Grove. So we're going to talk about some fun stuff today that we really haven't prepared for at all. But we are Monday, February 23rd. We're sitting here at 1 p.m. And today, supposedly, what's this guy's name? Donald Trump is supposed to do a disclosure of sorts. And
An announcement of
an announcement of
for
disclosure. We had Obama say that
It's like the stuff that drips out before you get.
the pre-disclosure. Keisha, black name Keisha says Brogo 4 is a myth. No, we're
We just
gonna
had
figure it out.
The reason why we started late is because Matt goes, he's talking to someone in the front, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, have you seen the boys?
I
Boys
knew
are
it was
in the
gonna
back.
happen too, by the way.
About to start a show.
Yep.
Do you want to go meet them? You want to go see the things?"
Yep. And then right after that, while
And
somebody was still
everybody's-
in here, he was
They
like,
say
hey.
no. They say no,
Oh yeah, they don't want to meet us.
and then he drags them, and he goes, "There, look, he's famous."
that's
So,
the worst part of it when he goes like, they're famous. The Raven is famous. TopLobsta is famous. I'm like, please
we're
don't
not.
don't
you don't
introduce
understand.
us to that like
So
that.
shout out to our boy Vinny,
Shout out to Vinny.
our
Shout
new
out to Norm.
our new friend Vinny, and Norm, our old friend Norm.
I like Norm. He
I
crushes.
like him too.
He's like a Vietnam vet or something like that.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about the Jews, but like,
Does he?
not in an anti-Semitic kind of way. So
Is he greatest ally kind of dude? What is it?
no. He's over the target on like all things. He gets it. So
Nice.
but the way the conversation got started is he goes, what are you guys talking? What do you do on this show? And I said, well, today, for example,
We
we're getting
kill
ready to talk about
archaeologists.
killing archaeologists, but we also talk about what do you want, Matt? Yeah, we're on.
What's even the topic today?
No topic.
It's
You guys been yapping around like all day.
what are you doing with
This
your
is crazy.
You bring a tiny chair in here, disrespectful tiny chair. You can't get a big boy chair. Yeah, there's no microphone plug.
You know,
in there.
sometimes
You saw how disheartened he got when he
Some-
saw there was no microphone plug.
sometimes I hate it here.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
You guys are incredibly hurtful people. You know that?
That's not true. You think hurtful? Actually,
Very hurtful.
I never know if he's joking or
Tom
not.
knows how to say and do the things that hurt.
Although, don't throw me into you guys.
Calling me fat all day.
I'm fat.
I haven't-
never said you were fat.
I haven't
said
gained
you
any
were
weight,
dirty.
guys. I
said,
look
"When's the
good."
last time you stepped on the scale?"
He hasn't hung up my y'all tribbing sign.
I'm 20 pounds overweight right
This
now.
took me. You know how long this took me? Many hours.
That thing is dope. That looks really great, by the way.
Thank you.
The y'all tribbing sign. We also have the moon map sign. I don't even know if we showed that off last time. We show it off right now.
Yeah.
Make sure the camera's on me, dude. Oh wait, that's a good camera.
Go ahead. You got the camera. Oh, let's go to the big shot. Here we go. Boom. We got it back. Thank you, Steve Wilkos. You fucking coward. He
Very
gave it
cool.
back.
Very
And
cool.
After much coaxing.
It took a lot of coaxing. Yeah, there was a lot of twisting and pulling till he found his arm. We twisted his arm. We pulled his arm.
Disclosure.
Yes.
Pre-disclosure.
A little pre-disclosure on your pants. And
That sticky stuff.
So I'm trying to find the post because as we move towards this,
Mhm.
I think it's very important. Obviously, that's why we keep people probably are
Are
going
we
like
gonna recap? Wait, I guess so.
recaparino,
Recaparino.
little recappuccino.
That's called a little recaparino.
yeah, a little pre-cap.
But anyway, the guys that came in here, they wanted to talk to us, and we started just chatting it up. And everybody that walks in the standard coffee shop, whether they like it or not, they're fascinating people.
And by the way, the first question we asked them, because we go, oh, we're getting ready to talk about Disclosure. What do you think about aliens?
They go,
Both
demons.
those guys go, demons.
Yeah, they're demons, stupid. They said
Hell yeah.
demons, stupid.
Anybody who doesn't think they're demons is stupid. That's what they said. And I was like, dude, these guys crush. They should have a show.
It was actually kind of crazy. I was like, yeah, because we approached the topic lightly with them.
Yeah.
And we go, well, here's what
You
is
never know
being
where
said.
people are gonna, we're
No.
we're not aggressive.
Friendly Space Brothers, very
Yeah.
very possible to get that, but they were like, no, they're clearly.
If they said friendly, I would have shot them.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here? In here of all places?
In here.
Right in front of my coffee shop.
Yeah, we had this whole conversation, and a lot of it ends up. I guess what we should talk about, and I don't want to harp on this for too long. I just want to say,
I want to harp on it. Let's change the weather, boy.
It's such a nice. It's such an annoying thing. I've gotten to the point where it is mildly exhausting.
Oh, I like this. I like this point because I have been renewed.
Have you been renewed?
I have bathed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah,
and
refresh
I've
yourself.
come out refreshed on the other side of this, and I'm ready to deal with it again. And David, I'm looking at the exhaustion on your face.
Yeah.
It's
You know what?
fantastic.
It's not necessarily my own exhaustion. It's my concern for the fatigue of the audience. That's really where my concern is. I wonder if people are
fucking fed up.
fucking done with
Hey,
it, dude.
language.
Are they done with it? All right, so fine. What happened over the weekend was that randomly I was unblocked by Timothy Alberino.
Do we have an applause thing here?
No,
but we'll do this.
After I made a great post about the demonic nature of aliens, and it really took off.
Well, before your post.
Well,
Actually, Donald Trump said that there was aliens, and he was going to disclose, declassify.
Yeah, and then
Reclose.
Twitter went ape shit
all by itself,
and independent of us. And the two things that we saw over and over again were either aliens are demons or aliens are not demons. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, like to the tune of like hundreds of big influencers all just hitting that.
I'd say it was something like 80 to 20, 80% being people saying these are just demons.
Yeah,
they're about to show us some demons.
People
y'all.
really have their wits about them when it comes to the old demon angle.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I think it's an instinct of when you see a snake.
Yeah, and you go, that's a snake.
A child goes, yeah, filled with terror.
Yeah.
Initially lied to me in the garden. I know what this thing
or
is.
like a cat sees a cucumber.
Terrified of why? Yeah, what?
I don't know what that is. I've tried that on my cats. They don't seem to care at all about the fucking.
Spiders have the same effect. You see a spider and you go, I'm filled with fear, right?
Yes. I don't know if I should read this. It's a little long-winded. You know, I'm gonna blast through it real quick. I said aliens are demonic. I wasn't raised in the church.
Just go to ChatGPT. It'll give you.
No, I don't want a synopsis.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you never got to read it either. So
I didn't read it. I asked Grok. I said, what did it say?
I'll skip past this and I'll go to the part where we start talking about. I said the alien phenomenon is simple and complicated at the same time. Being the Jews. First, let's tackle the complicated aspect. There are physical crafts, beings, and people are abducted. Much of this can be attributed to clandestine operations by intelligence operatives like MK Ultra. The backbone of this research is trauma-induced dissociation. This is nothing new to the audience, but this is what I'm blapping out there. This practice gives way to psychic abilities, mind control, demonic possession, etc., and it's taught by demonic entities. So that's the backbone of all this shit.
By the way,
right?
Dude, we got this back. So when we read our
it's working.
stories,
Can you guys hear the thing?
Yeah, they can hear
All right,
that.
good. So I don't know if they can hear that. Do you guys hear the ominous music that's playing? So the backbone of all of these, not only new age concepts, but also advancements in this technology and the breakthroughs with disassociative states, that comes by way of channeling. Assholes channeled demonic entities, which they didn't think they were demonic. They thought they were ascended Atlantean masters, whatever. Shout out to David Icke. Perhaps they were neutral.
Perhaps.
Doodly-doo, this practice gives way to psychic abilities, mind control, demonic possession, etc., and it's taught by demonic entities. Communication with these entities has been achieved by drug use, probably originally drug use and ritual, channeling, but then ultimately frequency-based technologies is the big thing that puts people in contact with these entities.
Can we put a pin in that really quickly?
I suppose.
As you're talking about...
Go on in.
Yeah, I know. We're going to just detract from what you're saying.
I don't know if that's the word.
Well, I just made it the word.
All right.
I thought this was interesting when we're talking about the ways of old, how people do things.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had on Dr. Randy Goodwin. He's a deliverance minister, and he was telling us about how SRA is mixed up with this MK Ultra type stuff. But check this out, because it's very much a way of old, and what we're witnessing is it kind of does go to what we were saying before about them practicing this stuff
Who?
out in the open. They, them,
Okay.
the Jews.
Okay.
So here is our favorite
Oh, you mean when it becomes
Oh.
normalized? Oh, it's this hua.
Bonnie Blue.
Hua.
She's pregnant after sleeping with 400 men.
What?
They said the baby will 100% be the Antichrist. But
So I guess that goes out the window when people thought that she was actually a dude, because that was a theory for a while.
well, listen, I don't know. With all this Nephilim technology, she
This
very
could be
well
like
might
a booty homunculus baby. Shout out Juan.
Shout out to Juan.
Yeah, shout out to Juan.
Shout out to Juan. I heard he fucks with us again.
I did talk to no. You know what? That's a brief update. I just want to give people. I talked to Juan over the weekend. Dude is just loving his family, working hard, detached from all this crazy stuff. Has no desires to come back. Doesn't even know how crazy the world's gotten. And you know what? I guess yeah, he has no idea. He hasn't been researching.
But
Which
I
is-
mean, like, hasn't seen the
Nope.
news.
Which is kind of beautiful.
That's crazy.
He's
huh?
just working hard, loving his family, getting closer to God. That's what he told me.
It makes me want to interview him
Shout out Juan.
because it's like, oh, Juan, you haven't heard that the aliens have introduced
I know.
themselves?
Well, I invited him to Bohemian Grove. I said, don't perform. Just come and be amongst friends. That's it. Just like come and hang.
Yeah,
That's
come
all, man.
blap up Bonnie Blue with us.
No, we're not blapping up Bonnie Blue. Okay, so,
So-
speaking of ass homunculi,
Bonnie Blue gets blapped up. 400 men. This is a ceremony. This is a ritual
yeah.
done out in the open. It's probably recorded. And the
Ugh.
whole point of this was, again, like she did the 1,000 guy thing, right?
Yeah, I
Was
guess
this
it was
her or
her.
the other girl?
I don't know if there was another girl, but
There were two of them, and they were trying to out-ho each other for a while. The other one got blaptized.
oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
And
I
then said
remember
she
her.
wouldn't change her ways.
She was the anime girl. She made like all the extra faces and the red hair.
Maybe. I think she was British. I think this one's British too. I don't know what's up with these
What the fuck
British
is going
girls.
on with England?
What's going on with England?
All right.
What's the deal with England? Perhaps Timothy Alvarino can tell us. Who
I don't
cares?
know.
Blapped. Hey,
All right. I'm sorry.
you're not cold for that. Blapped up by 400 men.
Is it
Greg-
400? I thought it was 1,000.
No, this time was 400 for some reason. There must be some esoteric reasoning for the 400 number there.
Yeah. Oh, look, Subliminal Messenger says that's Frigga's fertility ritual, subverted or not. They had orgies.
Yeah, but Randy Goodwin was telling us how they create this like moon child, or maybe it was even Izzy Griffin, who we
Yeah,
should have back on the show.
The idea is to not know the father of this thing,
So like, yeah, even
or
it's
like
family,
that's one of the ideas.
family members, fathers, all kinds of stuff involved with this sexual ritual. But this is usually done behind doors, right? Like, well, we don't know. We don't get to see it like
Yeah.
this. It's not. You
It's
can't.
not. It's not televised.
I can't
yeah.
subscribe to these MK Ultra rituals on OnlyFans, although
Yeah, you can't like when they were doing the thing in the desert with the Babylon workings. Like, there's no pay-per-view for that.
there's no paywall.
Yeah, you can't do super chats.
You guys are telling me
Can
that
you
you're never
super
going to air
chat
this?
while she's getting butt fucked? Is that a thing? Can you make a tower?
I'd assume that this was pre-taped.
Yeah, a little pre-tape.
A
Yeah,
little bit of pre-tape, a little bit of post-tape.
Well, no, I know what you're. This is like a giant
It's a
ritual.
ritual.
It's a giant ritual.
It's exactly what they described as. This is how they created Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is an anomaly to me because everybody thinks she's like super hot and she's a very regular looking chick. I'm not saying she's not. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that's like, oh, mid. But like, she's a reasonably like pretty girl.
Yeah, I mean, living where we live now, there are 1,000 girls that
Yeah,
look
there's
just
1,000
like this.
Sabrina Carpenters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Why
know.
that one? Well, because her mother's was blapped up
That's right.
by at least 400 men before she was
least.
conceived. So this is like kind of interesting because it's like which seed will win.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's done on the world stage here, it kind of like points at, doesn't it point at to like these rituals of old that were happening? And
Yeah.
also the normalization of it's like, oh, does this work? I'm
Well,
going to do this.
We've crossed an Overton window where obviously there's going to be an appall.
We went through that window.
We crashed through it. And obviously there's going to be a reaction from the public that is appalled, right?
Mhm.
But I think the idea is that the Overton window shifted enough that there would be enough of a segment of the population that would go like, whatever, girl, get your bag.
They're gonna be
Whatever,
like,
girl, get your
This is going to
multitudes of penis.
the people are going to say, I wish she would just go back to just banging 1,000 men rather than getting
yeah.
pregnant by one of them.
Why doesn't she kill it?
Why doesn't
Yeah.
it? Honestly, I thought about that too. I think about this and I'm like, she's gonna have this baby. Like, I'm against abortion, but
Well, my wife and I were talking. My wife.
I don't have that one
we were
here.
talking about it earlier in a drive, and I was saying, like, I don't think you should abort it, but like there is a real
She's
question
gotta
about
hit it
like
with a brick.
genetic memory, generational iniquity, the nature, how a thing is born, right? We used to have this conversation about nature versus nurture. I really these days don't think nurture plays as much of a role into the predetermined attributes of a human being than we used to think. And so this kid is going to fall right out. He's going to lose it on a
Just
subway or
fall.
some shit. So I
I mean,
mean,
they called it. They go, I lose it on the trolley.
on the
Some shit.
trolley.
On the trolley.
Well, so my thought is like, yeah, how do you stop this kid from turning into an evil sort of antichrist figure? And I don't know that there is a way, because I think even with these kind of things, situations, you can put him in the best house of God, raised right, disciplined, loved on, and it's like this thing is on a trajectory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is straight to hell. So yeah, I don't know what you do about that, but yeah, fascinating.
Based.
Is that the right one for that?
Maybe. No, yeah, I don't know what you do, but this kid is screwed.
Yeah. Oh no, super
Like,
fucked.
even if he comes out
No way
without
around it.
generational iniquity or some sort of homunculus
Yeah.
property sim, because he's going to have the DNA of at least 400 men and
Yeah.
whatever else is in her uterine lining
At
for so long.
We've been masturbated on by at least 100 men,
At least 100. It's Spanish people would say más o menos. That means
more or less.
something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't apply.
Little bit.
This kid,
More or less 400.
you're going to be raised by this lady. I mean, I'll show the picture again one more time.
She's got a face that's just like, fuck you evil bitch. She looks like a evil
Hey, be nice.
wizard bitch from like God, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Very strikeable face.
Oh, man.
A very strikeable face. I would strike that woman right in the face.
Soulless face, but like, yeah, this lady's going to be raising him. He's got no shot. Or I assume it's a boy. I think it comes out a boy because there's just so much male DNA mixed in.
Morales says Owen Benjamin would buy him, right? Yeah. So instead of like,
Put him to work?
put him to work. Do you think Owen Benjamin could save that kid?
No, this kid probably has one of those curses on him where it's like all your crops will fail.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, go ahead, try it, Owen, but I don't think so.
Your goats will gather around in a ring
You know that
in the middle of the night.
the
and
kid might
stand
have good
motionless.
genes because he's probably black.
I wonder, because what you're dealing
Okay,
with.
this is enough.
All
This
right,
is
fine,
enough.
fine. Let's get back to this.
No, you're right. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that women retain a certain amount of DNA from each sexual encounter they have.
Yes.
And what sort of effect does that have, that multitude of DNA, on the offspring, if any? And I would imagine probably,
profound.
yeah,
A profound
probably
amount.
profound amount. Yeah, this is, by the way, FJ Fool says that'll be the divine feminine in the flesh. This is the divine feminine. When we talk about like the temple of not Athena, what's the other bitch? Aphrodite, the temple of Aphrodite, and how it presents as a divine feminine, but really what it does is it leaves women in ruin, leaves like body mutilation, sex work, and all this other drug usage. It's like, yeah, that's
T-shirts are on the way. I promise. I'm going to
oh my God, we have to hire somebody to
It's
help you.
crazy.
It's crazy as hell. I mean, you're just one dude running a t-shirt company and a podcast.
It's also like we had machine issues and things like that. It's a small
Oh, the black people
operation.
weren't working? That's not nice. That was that way. You caught him fucking in the bathroom for an hour on the clock. Okay. So back to this tweet, right? Many abductees report their experiences taking place in a different realm,
Whoa,
which
what realm?
it's controversial. They'll use words like astral realm, spiritual realm, or demonic realm. Keep in mind, I'm using the term demonic. This is an important distinction here.
Mhm.
I am using the term demonic as shorthand for in opposition to the kingdom of God and humanity.
It's important we define these terms.
We have to define the terms. It could take 45 minutes, so buckle up, butthole. So keep in mind, okay, a fascinating coincidence is that the alien encounters can often be stopped by calling on Jesus Christ. This doesn't always work, but then again, the name of Jesus doesn't always stop demonic encounters either. So
Mhm.
that's a huge thing people should. And a lot of you guys have heard this, but I'm laying the groundwork here, and we're almost through it for what happens next after this tweet. In my opinion, the UFO aspect of the phenomenon is a mixture of intelligent plasma and physical tech, likely a continuation of the same research that gave way to the bell-shaped craft that the Nazis have. Likely a direct line to the Vimanas of the Vedics. We got it through Operation Paperclip. This tech was introduced to the Vedics by their gods, aka fallen angels. and resurrected by Hitler by way of or Himmler rather by way of channeling. They're channeling these entities where the technology comes from. Maybe you can find some and recover. You could unearth, but the vast majority of the inspiration for all sorts of things comes by way of channeling. Channeling is a huge cornerstone in all this deception. It's where all of the information comes from outside of finding an actual physical piece of tech or some shit like that.
By the way, a big recommendation to one of the latest tinfoil hats now, Gary Wayne back on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Banger.
That's
full
awesome.
of bangers. If you want like a really in-depth explanation of kind of what we're going through here.
That's not gay.
It's not wearing gay glasses or tight jeans or short shorts.
Tiny shorts.
Or spinning a spinner. Yeah, Gary Wayne does a great job. With an actual body of work behind it.
Oh, he's got a body on him, yeah.
He probably does.
That's inappropriate. No wonder that guy doesn't come back on the show. So yeah, guys,
Maybe
go check that out.
Message.
Yeah, he might have gotten the cease and desist from Alberino. So I said this was okay. Tech was introduced to the Vedics by their gods, fallen angels, and resurrected by Himmler. So he's either channeling by way of drug use, ritual, frequency-based technology, or all of the above, which is likely what's going on. He's using a mixture of technology, drug-induced states, and rituals and ceremonies in order to do this. The aliens seem to be obsessed with genetics to the extent that they've been creating a hybrid race between us and them, mirroring the Nephilim or demigods of antiquity, if that's your fucking flavor, if you're an unironic pagan. The alien phenomena has been a generational deception. We're almost to it, I promise, guys. A multi-pronged...
See why I didn't read it?
I get it. I understand. Well, this is not news for you either. You'd have gone, yes. There's no breakthroughs here. Alien phenomenon has been a generational deception, a multi-pronged psychological operation made up of Hollywood propaganda, a Nazi-pioneered space program, ritual sacrifice, trauma-based disassociative research, occult practices by the likes of L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, and Aleister Crowley. But most importantly, it's been pushed by entities that don't exist in this physical realm. Back to channeling. Aliens are many things, but it can be made simple. This is the point, right? It's complicated, but it's simple. Aliens are demonic. They are against the kingdom of God and humanity. They are a great deception. This motherfucker,
whoa,
Timothy Alberino,
oh, we're still
Timothy
talking about
Albacortuna, unblocks me.
Hold on.
Yep.
We got to go back. We have to go back.
How far do we have to go back?
Time travel.
All right.
Probably like 6 hours.
I think he deleted his fucking comment.
No, well, because he blocked you. You blocked him. It's going to be hard to see.
Ah, shit.
Timothy Alberino and our best friends, Blurry Creatures.
I love those guys.
That dude looks like a fucking troll, man.
Dude, the guy from Blurry Creatures, they abducted his neck.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It's really bad to say. Like, I don't like to talk about appearances, but I feel like when people, they listen to us, right?
Yeah.
And then they watch the show and they go, these guys look kind of gay, but
yeah,
not.
They're often disappointed, let's be honest.
I'd say not this.
But nobody looks at me and goes, I heard of selling your soul, but I ain't never heard of selling your neck.
Damn, boy, selling your throat.
Motherfuckers got no neck.
David, that's not nice, man. Okay. Being serious here.
Okay.
I feel like when people log in, look at, I'm not an ugly dude. I'm not that ugly. I look kind of Somalian, and you look okay too.
Yeah, I mean,
forehead
today,
bigger than
most.
than
Dude,
we'd like to see.
I looked at a picture of me today. I said, "What a fucking disastrous forehead," and then also 20 pounds overweight. I'm working on it, guys.
I came in today. Matt's been calling me fat all day. I don't feel.
I don't like when he does.
I mean,
that.
I guess I don't feel skinny, but I don't feel whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
When you guys log in here and you see us, you go, guys.
W's in the chat for us being handsome. Please
throw them in there.
Come on.
W's and M's if you think
just a couple of W's, Eddie.
When I looked at the Blurry Creature dudes, I'm like, geez, man. Damn, dude.
Yeah. They're fucking crazy looking.
It's crazy. One looks like one looks like a literal goblin. Like a red-haired goblin.
Yeah.
The other one, I guess, is not so, but like I'm just like, dude, what is happening?
We're getting a whole other alphabet besides W.
Somebody call this an N-word.
Yeah, well, they're trying to start a tower. I mean, yeah, man. Look,
Listen,
whatever the case may be.
I don't care about your opinions.
These guys, both Alberino and Blurry Creatures, since
we like them.
I love them. Since Trump has announced his thing, it's just been nonstop, constantly like aliens are not demons, aliens are not demonic, aliens are not demons, aliens are not demonic across all platforms in a multitude of ways, almost feverishly. And so, yeah, all of a sudden, this guy, I can't even find it. I do think he deleted it, dude. He unblocks me, Alberino. He then comments on my post and says, hey, I agree with a lot of what you've said here. why you gotta be so mean, basically.
Why you gotta be so mean?
And then he blocks me before I
Very
can
weird.
respond. And then when I make a post about how gay that is, he then pops up in that comment section and goes, "Nuh-uh, here I am." It's like, you just unblocked me to say that.
It's
now,
actually, it's kind of,
it's very funny. It's very funny.
but it's funny. It's funny if it's just between us. What's not funny is like, he's going to tell his audience, look at how I responded. He never responded back.
Look at how insane they are. They don't even understand basic things about being blocked and unblocked. It's
you
like,
know
no,
what
dude,
people
you
don't
fucking did a
understand,
thing.
David?
What?
25 minutes, because
Oh.
we've got to go, and we don't usually do this because we usually have a guest and we have more couth.
Are we're gonna take this one away, or should we let him have
No,
it?
we're taking it away.
Okay, fine, take it away. I want to get into.
But guys, like, I'm sorry to keep interrupting you,
No,
David.
go ahead.
But this is very simple. You can go to the Patreon right now.
What
and-
Patreon? What Patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad?
Yeah, and it's a free trial, 7-day.
Oh,
We're betting on you.
shit.
We're betting on you retards forgetting. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
you could watch the rest of this and the show after, and for the rest of this week. We have some bangers this week.
Do we?
Do-
I haven't even looked at the schedule. I don't even know what we're doing every day.
Yeah, he's like, I just show up here.
Pretty much.
We have with Doc Brown again, which we got to retape.
This dumb homosexual really did delete his tweet. That's so crazy.
Skiba. We got Skiba News Nation. We were supposed to have Ryan Gable, but that's not happening.
No.
Actually, no, we don't have a banger week. Never mind. I mean,
Well, Skiba Nation's gonna be fun.
yeah, sign up. It's free.
Johnny
All right,
Leach says,
guys,
no more money for you.
we're gonna get out of here.
No more money for you, Johnny.
But follow us on Patreon so you can watch the rest.
Basically we go back and forth. He says that he agrees with a lot of what I said, but why do I got to be so mean? And I said, well, Timmy,
Timmer.
well, I forgot what I said to him, but I called him Timmy. And then he goes, see, you called me Timmy. Why are you doing that? And I said, honestly, Timmy, calling you Timmy is a lot less cutting than denouncing my Christianity and warning all of Twitter to not engage with me.
Not just all of Twitter, but like, again.
And
so-
then hitting up people in private, messaging them, telling them to not engage with us, to the extent that some people aren't even releasing our episodes
and then
together.
we have to retape them,
Now
Timmy.
we have to retape?
Yeah.
Who will pay me reparations?
I'm going to say the same shit that I said.
I'm going to say the exact same
The
shit.
exact same
Exact
thing.
same shit.
We didn't learn.
No, we didn't learn nothing. But I mean, it was a very interesting interaction. We went back and forth, and he said something about like being held accountable for the words of my mouth. And I said, hold me accountable, Timothy. Who are you? Are you the arbiter of morality while you sit here and spurge out over the words that I use and try to wrestle with my sense of humor? I'm out here making disciples of men.
Bars.
Damn. And then he kept, then all of a sudden he kind of came around and he was kind of expressing that he liked us. At one point he said, you know what? I like you guys. You're retarded, but in an entertaining way. And I said, Timothy,
That's the point.
I'm not going to make fun of you tonight. Stop tempting me.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep. I wake up in the morning, blocked. Very strange. Very strange. Honestly, if you look at the interaction, which I do believe he deleted it, so there's no interaction to look at. I think he was drinking.
He also unblocked me, for the record,
Yeah.
and was talking to me, and I was just giving him likes.
Yeah.
And I was going to let him sit for a day and then maybe reach out and say, hey, we can end this, but there are terms.
Right.
And I mean, the hat is one.
I would like a hat. Yeah.
I would not like a hat. That's
Honestly, these days, the forehead and the hairline are they're reaching backwards. Anything to cover it would be nice. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't even know what
why
to,
do you keep going backwards with the hair?
I don't know, because my hair's long and the bop
I like it.
wasn't doing
You
it for
didn't
me.
like the
Bop.
Yeah,
Looked
good.
Bop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it looked good at all. So I think I probably should just get a haircut.
what does Tim have going on his head? I never really paid attention.
He's got what I've got, but he's got a better forehead than I do. So,
All right, Tim Albert.
I don't
I don't
know.
know if he's got a better forehead.
I think he does. Well, he's got like kind of the W or the
Like
U
the Vegeta thing.
The U shape. Yeah, he's got a Vegeta hairline. And honestly, I think you can get away with a lot when you're tall and you're handsome.
But not when you're puffy like that.
No, very puffy. That looks like an actual Peruvian Albarino right there with the dark blue shirt.
It's very confusing. When I see this guy, he could be
He's a
different people
multitude
every
of men.
time. A
Yeah.
multitude.
He had sex with Bonnie. All 4,000 of them or 400 of them had sex with Bonnie Blue.
See what happens when you're a creative person?
I swear to God, he's been dyeing that mustache in some
This
of
is
those
not-
photos.
Dude, the guy that came into the shop just before, he was like, listen, he's like, you know how much it costs to make a clone? was like, no, fucking enlighten me.
a lot probably.
1.5 million. Not much.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Doesn't cost much to make a clone.
Oh, a clone.
A clone. What did you
I
think?
thought you said cologne.
Oh, probably less than make a
I was
clone.
like, excuse me, dude. Oh, 1.5 million. So here, I want to show this post. I probably have to share it first. I also have to get into the studio. I've not done any of that.
If I had money, you know how many clones I'd be making?
You know how much cologne I would make? Not much. I'd probably just deal with that. Seems like a lofty endeavor.
Is this also Timothy Alberino?
Bring it up. I don't know. Is it?
It's crazy if it is. That can't be.
No. What a young Blink 182 looking ass Timothy Alberino.
Is this his twin? He's got a twin.
Anthony Alberino. He looks so much more likable.
I like this guy better.
Yeah.
Imagine the family meetings.
It's a physiognomy thing. Like I look at that guy and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy, warm, friendly, good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Good sense of humor. He gets it.
He gets it. He'd probably be like, hey, like if he came in here, he'd be like, Anthony,
What's up, dog?
We think about demons.
Oh, he'd say
think about aliens.
Yeah, he'd say 100% they're demons.
100% demons. My brother's on some shit lately. I don't know.
That's weird. Here, so let's bring this up on the screen. Oh shit. Maybe I got to present it first.
Yeah, you should
share
do that.
Screen and share. So this popped up over the weekend. I think this is actually really funny. I'm not going to play the video here, but
believe they were showing my brother?
It's the confessionals, and it is look at that title. Let's have a second. He's got Nathaniel Gillis, who will be on this show very soon. There he is.
Super soon.
And he says the caption of this says demons hijacking near-death experiences with alien technology. Episode 792, The Unified Phenomenon. Nathaniel Gillis's research on this is fantastic. We're going to have him on soon. But that caption is a fascinating one, isn't it? We have demons, we have near-death experiences, and we have aliens all in the same sentence. So if you scroll up here, this is something that I've talked a little bit on the show about before, but I said demons, alien technology, and near-death experiences. The fact that Epstein wanted Lawrence Krauss to make him an argument to separate these three is fascinating. We'll bring this up here, and maybe we could even zoom in a little bit.
Oh, look at you.
Check that shit out. All right, so really what we're looking here is...
Get out.
Matt, stop interrupting the show.
We're doing something
Stop interrupting the show. Can you go back to just doing the wholesome barista thing? Baristo? What's the masculine form? Is the masculine form baristo?
He's going to want us to ask.
He wants us to ask. He does this. He's like, I know a secret, and then we never ask.
But he did the thing. He was like, oh, I called Timothy Alberino this weekend. We're like, bullshit. And then apparently he did.
But whatever.
That went through me for a loop, dog.
He does that sometimes. And I go, I've made a habit of not caring. David looks like he was crafted in the Build-A-Bitch warehouse. That is crazy. Oh man, that fucking hurt, dude. What the hell? Okay, so
if you join the Patreon for just $5 a month, you could hurt our feelings
you
too.
could hurt my feelings. Okay, so this is from Jeffrey Epstein to Lawrence Krauss, and it says, Lawrence, can you pen an article on how to debunk claims?
Spelled debunk wrong.
Debunk.
I like how Jeffrey didn't give a shit.
No, he didn't care at all. All of his shorthand and like the way that he typed was definitely
What is
like
this
he didn't.
equal C2? Sad face?
I don't know what the equal C2 is actually. I think it might be something that is like a character on the phone that's getting turned into a bunch of symbols on
It's just pizza. It's a pizza symbol.
A pizza symbol. Oh, he can't help it. So he wants an article penned on how to debunk alien abductions. And he says, for example, many people share similar stories. Go ahead.
Let's think about the emoji that goes there because it's very funny. I want you to debunk the claims. Smiley face. Alien abductions, for example. Yeah. Another smiley face.
You ever watch
it's like the Black Power fist, maybe.
Get him to the Greek.
Maybe a long time ago.
And it's with P. Diddy.
What's Russell Brand?
Russell Brand and the fat funny
Jonah Hill.
He used to be funny when he was fat.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Where you at? I'ma kill you." Smiley face. Like it was honestly that movie made me actually like P. Diddy. Not his musical career, not all the people that he trafficked and drugged and had sex with, but the
admission of who he was
so funny.
Yeah.
Where are you? I'ma kill you. Smiley face. That shit was hilarious.
In the Epstein emails, they do have like emails going back and forth now. He's like, never thought I'd kill a man. Easier than I thought it'd be.
Look, here we are. What do you know? Jonah Hill is a faggot. I mean, maybe. I guess probably. I mean, he's
language.
He's a fat dude who is, massively insecure about his fatness. And I guess they
Sorry, Tiffany's yelling at us.
What does she want?
I don't know.
Is she
I'm
out here
scared.
trying to make fucking social media content?
I locked the door.
So he wants to debunk claims. Alien abduction. For example, many people share similar stories, ghosts and out-of-body experience. I'd like to include some criticisms that have been bought. 10 years of similar stories. Just give it to me. It will not have your name attached. Now, it's a little bit disjointed.
This guy did not care.
Dude, it's like poor Lawrence Krauss.
You got to figure out what this guy's saying.
So, okay, he wants to debunk claims. What kind of claims? Alien abductions, ghosts, out-of-body experiences, and he's telling him that the story or the article will not have his name attributed to it. So don't worry, Mr. Krauss.
Got to address this.
Go ahead.
These guys think they could pay $5 and talk shit about my teeth. My teeth are actually pretty straight. They're all.
I've been doing
we have good teeth.
Well, besides the one that's missing for me.
That one's behind though.
It brings me great disdain.
Try again, master sir.
Master sir.
These guys think they're gonna roast me on my chat.
I've been doing teeth whitening.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like you put the stuff on your teeth and then you do like a UV and you bite down on it.
How's it working?
It actually has been. It's like 2 shades on the little scale.
As we become more famous, I think that's something I have to invest in as well.
I would like, you know why? Because I drink a lot of black coffee. A lot of black coffee.
Stay away from the blacks.
Right. And just in all matters.
The coffee. Yeah.
So it's interesting here because what I'm getting at is that there seems to be a desire to separate these 3 elements.
Yes.
Now, Nathaniel Gillis has saw fit to actually combine those specific 3 elements: near-death experiences, ghosts, which, in my opinion, a ghost is a demonic entity masquerading as a deceased loved one, and aliens. So we have Epstein outsourcing an argument to separate those 3 elements and debunk them.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to want them connected. He's not going to attribute Lawrence Krauss to the article or any of that shit. Nathaniel Gillis comes along, says, no, they are connected. All of our research shows, no, they are connected. Of course, Alberino sat here on this show for fucking 2.5 hours and specifically attacked those 3 things, right? Out-of-body experiences or near-death experiences or the astral realm or the spiritual realm, basically not being in your physical body, being elsewhere.
We have to be very careful.
Really hits that.
Because
and then really hits the aliens thing, and then really hits the demons thing.
He goes,
very strange.
He does message Matt at one point. He goes, "Can you believe these guys are trying to connect me to Epstein?" He's like, "We're absolutely not trying to connect you to Epstein. We're just wondering why the narrative is the same." And
I definitively do not entertain the idea that Alberino has drank and or fucked a baby.
You've never tasted it.
I don't think so. I just don't think he's up there high enough at all to be anywhere near that. And also, like, he's a family man and he's got, like,
Elon couldn't get to. I mean, he's also a weird dude. Like, I'm not saying he did. But
okay,
let's
go
say
on.
He did.
All right, let's say he did.
He'd be like, "Where's the party, Jeff?" And he might get an email back from Ghislaine saying,
this fucking dude dresses
no
like
parties.
Indiana Jones. No parties, dude.
No parties. Sorry, man. We relocated it. Jeff, take care of that.
Guy's a wanker.
Guy's a wanker to the highest degree.
Yeah. But it is fascinating that he is trying to do so what I'm getting at is,
do you know that the dude was toting the same narrative? And it could be, you could say, well, it's because he was right. Maybe he was right.
Well,
maybe he's an actual demon trying to deflect from himself.
So this is where I'm actually going to, we have some interesting posts. Let me see if I can find some of them.
I like this thing here, whatever this is though. That frog. Can you go back to that?
Frog? I don't know. Where was I?
Scroll down.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, that's that dude from
That's Lemmy Winks, right? You're running out
I
of time.
think it is. Yeah, it is Lemmy Winks. I'm not going to be able to find this.
He's in that gay dude's butthole. Yeah.
I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to find this. Please direct into this is pretty funny.
What are you trying to find?
So there was a post by a Christian Orthodox, father. I think he passed away in 95. And he said something really fascinating. And I wish that I could find it because I did post it. And I cannot seem to, man, people are saying a lot of wonky things. Jacob Israel is now spurging out in the comment section again.
Jacob Israel, you've got to stop.
It's just like, it's very weird. He's just a weird guy. I'm not even responding to him. I'm just sending him memes of like the stick figure with the thumbs up. And it's like, he just keeps spurging out. He's like, you guys are lost and I don't know, spiritually compromised or some weird shit. I to be perfectly honest, if I read what he was saying, I might know.
St. Gabriel of Georgia.
Great.
Yeah.
During the times of the Antichrist, the strongest temptation will be anticipation of salvation from the cosmos, from humanoids, extraterrestrials that are actually the demons, one should rarely look up at the sky, as the signs might be deceptive, and thus one might be ruined. This is Saint Gabriel of Georgia, and I believe this is like kind of
There's
a
another one here. Yeah, same dude. Extraterrestrials that are actually the demons.
right,
This is
right.
same-
So what I want to do is there are some
It's not. So this narrative is not exclusive to us. It's not our narrative at all.
no.
This is just something that seems fairly obvious, and I can't believe that this is the op. Like there has to be an op beyond, which is why it's almost like a fun distraction to deal with, like the blurry boys and Albert. I think we should change his name again.
Timmy.
I liked Alberito.
Alberito is very
He
funny,
didn't-
but you know what it is?
people
It's
don't
so
like that.
good that it almost just sounds like you're just saying his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did post them, and I'm not proud of this. The cat mecha Alberino twerking.
Megalithic.
Somebody asked him to. They're like, "Well, what's your rebuttal?" And I was like, "What's your?"
Did you say
rebuttal?" I was like,
rebuttal?
What an idiot.
That big booty, baby.
It just feels like this shouldn't be the op.
No,
It's
and,
very
and to be
obvious.
fair, it's almost unfair to our audience because our audience is already on board. They get it.
It's
You
not
know-
just our audience; it's the entire world.
Right.
There's very few people who are
Dude,
like,
this guy picked the wrong op. Like, this is like the like,
"What
so-
if it's the right op?" Okay, let's be fair. What if it's
Go
the
ahead.
right op? What if we're wrong? Can we flesh that argument out?
Sure.
Where along this can we be wrong?
So actually, I've been having this conversation a little bit because
With
people.
yourself?
No, with assholes on the internet. So a
Okay.
lot of them have been getting upset because it's like, well, what about the good aliens? Oh, la, right? And it's like, okay, number one, we're dealing with a definition thing, not to pull an Alberino on anybody, but there is a definition thing. What you say when you say aliens, what does alien mean? It just means foreign.
Extraterrestrial.
Well,
Not from
that's a
here.
different terminology, right? Alien means foreign.
Mhm.
In its most fundamental definition, foreign. It is alien to me. It is foreign to me.
Sure.
You are alien to this land. You are foreign to this land, right? So that already is a problem because
Okay.
when you say alien, nobody goes foreign. They go skinny gray thing with a big head and gigantic eyes and a little tiny mouth that abducts you in the night. Okay, that's
Mhm.
loaded. That's super loaded. That comes from the New Age thought leaders, the testimony of abductees, which the testimony of abductees should be brought into the conversation. So, for example, when Alberino says it's all physical, and I go, well, that's not true because the testimonies say that it happens in an astral realm or it happens in a demonic realm or a spiritual realm. I'm not saying that means that that's true. I'm just saying you can't stand here and tell me that it's all physical and then cite abductee testimony when clearly the abductee testimony says otherwise.
Right.
What
Okay,
I am
fair.
saying is that just because it's an abductee testimony does not mean that you can inherently believe it. Because what you're experiencing oftentimes is imparted upon you by the very entities that took you.
Okay.
So, for example, somebody said that, and I said, okay, so if I kidnap you and then I tell you my nature, you should believe me, huh? You know, it's like a really fucking.
But I'm actually good the whole time.
right. I'm actually good the whole time. Grandma Maxine.
These are the aliens that we're talking about in question, right?
Yes.
Tall
Especially
whites.
in particular the bottom left guys, right? Because those who are familiar with insectoids, reptilians, tall whites, thick whites, all the above, mainly they think about grays
Yeah.
because that's the visage that everybody is
The very
comfortable with.
obvious deception.
So I said to somebody earlier because this guy goes, it's not 100% all demons. It's 33% demons, which is a very speculative number, but fine. It's also benevolent entities and neutral entities that see Earth like a zoo.
So
Okay.
yes and no, right?
Well, you got to fucking convince me that there's such thing as neutral entities. Because Jesus says, if you are not for me, then you are against me.
Mhm.
Therefore, fuck your neutrality. I don't think it exists. You might think it exists, but I don't think it exists. I don't think you can be neutral.
The neutrality is almost equivalent to the new age people that are claiming Christ. They're like Christ consciousness.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, do you think now again, I don't want to be like you're going to hell or heaven, Jacob Israel, but like when it comes down to it, do you think if you're claiming that, like, oh yeah, dude, it's a ascended master, like Christ was like totally cool.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna go and touch these stones. You think you're gonna be when it comes time to meet your maker,
Yeah.
he's gonna go, I didn't know you, and you didn't know me. clearly you were wrong. Yeah. So like there is no neutral party. There's a lot of deception.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
Yeah.
That's actually worse. That's worse than the
I think so.
grace.
Yeah. At least, and you know, what is it? I spit you from my mouth because you are lukewarm. You know, that kind of paraphrase.
Imagine being lukewarm and not knowing it though.
So this is kind of what I said. So, you know, he goes, it's benevolent, it's neutral, you know, and demonic, whatever. You're all in on demonic. No, there's duality in the universe, light and dark. You take it. You think it's all demonic. You're wrong. I said, I already addressed why I'm taking a hard stance, because I did earlier. I said, here we go. He's like, oh, you're basically making enemies of everybody. You've only been on the stage for 3 years and you're making enemies of everybody. I said, the reason I'm taking such a hard stance, because in my opinion, there's no way in hell the government is going to, the government disclosure is going to involve Elohim that are still in the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fallen entities. And then he said, you know, that I've been researching for supposedly 20 years. I said, what the fuck do you mean supposedly, you dumb bitch?
Dave's getting
I was getting a little bit mad at him. Yeah. And he goes, I mean, suppose because you're young, you just popped up in this space 3 years ago and start beef with people in the space that have been here for decades.
Incorrect. We started no beef, but we ended it.
We
ended it.
Many such cases. Whether they're wrong or right, it's not cool. And I think that's gay and bullshit. Whether they're wrong or right, it's not cool to start a problem with them. Again, I'm sorry. I actually give a fuck about the truth.
So yeah, you're incorrect for saying if they're wrong, just leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
But we did leave them alone.
Well, he's talking about everybody because he's been watching us, you know, just blast endless amounts of people.
All I'm saying, I'm not blasting them. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I'm like, yeah, they're demons.
Yeah,
and then you get mad about it, and I go, cool. I give you a meme, and I tell you to go keep it moving.
Well, he's like, you don't have to agree, but don't make enemies.
No.
And I'm like, I simply don't care what your soft bitch approach to this is. I said, I don't care who's been around for decades. The truth is the truth, regardless of who's saying it. I also don't care who's my enemy. God knows my heart. I'm for him and unconcerned with the world's opinion of me. By the way, that mindset has really been working out for me. Even if I'm wrong, I'm not lying.
What have we gained? What have we gained in the world so far by not making enemies? Like, so think about the political movement from 2016. And this is kind of where I started, why I threw my hat in the ring. It's not necessarily about Trump, but what it is about the people that go, hey, I don't want to have any dissent between my family members. I don't want to have any dissent between I just want to be friends. And I understand the inclination of that, but here we are 8 years later, or however many years it is now. Man, it's not even 8, it's 10 years later. Here we are 10 years later, and we've slid so far down this parody hole that it's not just about like gender. Like, you know, you could talk to a boomer and they'll be like, oh, boys don't know if they're boys and girls don't know if they're girls. And we've got gay people getting married.
Although that's a fair observation.
Yeah, it's very fair.
Because you're going to, my soft approach to disagreeing with you is going to lead to you cutting off the dicks of children.
Your soft approach.
That's crazy.
Your soft approach as well to not combating pure evil when it presents itself has led to the pure evil about to present itself right now
in the craziest form.
It's been your silence.
Yes.
Which is why we're here right now.
And that's the thing is, like, if you want to get into, for conversational purposes, if you want to sit here and be like, let's speculate, let's look at the research, let's look at the testimony, let's look at the information and say like, well, I wonder what's up with like this thing that presents itself as Pleiadians, or I wonder what's up with like this thing that presents itself as insectoids. I go, that's fucking fascinating, honestly. Let's talk about it. Except for when the president is gearing up to do disclosure.
Let's talk about it 10 years ago.
10 years ago, whatever. Right now, I don't give a fuck what sort of collateral damage there is.
Have you thought about the language that you're using and how people are going to perceive this?
That's crazy.
Have you thought about
the craziest part. It's like, hey, dude, we're about to bear witness to a deception you think the Antichrist is going to come from, and you're worried about me calling you Timmy?
Their language is unchristian and unbecoming of.
Don't associate with them.
You're pushing people towards New Age belief.
At one point I said, I'm not going to be caught being lukewarm. Mm-hmm. If you want to look back, let's say after we all pass away and we're all commiserating, you know, let's say we all end up in the same place, and you go, Raven and Top, they were really extremists in the end of days. Big fucking whoop, dude.
Actually, banger t-shirt, end of days extremist.
Yes, dude. You're not going to catch me being lukewarm right now because I'm actually convicted. I actually believe these things. I actually care about the truth. if you want to just theorize about some shit and, you know, not make enemies just because it doesn't, you can't not make enemies when the rubber meets the road.
Mhm.
If we're really about to get fucking disclosure, you need to figure out where you stand. And it's not in the gap.
Well, I'll read something that I said here. I was just extrapolating a little bit on where we've been with the whole Timothy Alberino beef. This is after he unblocked us and then reblocked and talking shit again. Very strange.
So weird.
And I go, okay, cool, because I never really wanted to reconcile anyway. But
Yeah.
here,
wait. Can I say one thing? It's very brief.
Please do.
By the way, what I just highlighted with the Epstein thing, and he's looking to separate these things, Ryan Bledsoe says that the lady told his father, Chris Bledsoe, to spread the word that this isn't demonic.
Yeah.
So the fucking lady wants you to believe it's not demonic?
The lady?
Epstein's trying to make you think it's not demonic?
At least she's a lady.
What the fuck?
All right, but
by the way, when we brought up the lady, he goes, nonsense. No, don't worry about that.
Don't look here,
Just
sir.
don't talk shit about Jake Barber.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb bitch.
After all this, I explained about how we've had the interactions with Alberino because, I don't know, I guess people think one thing or another, but here the reality is. And again, sorry, people, we're going to have to recover this shit again. He did suck so bad. We did talk and we're like, I'm not really interested in having him on again. He did beg. Here is the email from, where does it, 2024.
Yeah, we were just starting the show.
Yeah, here's your link. That right? That's maybe 5 months into the show.
Something like that. What month is that? I can't see.
3, so March.
Yeah, we started in October, so.
Yeah, hey, thanks again for having me on. If you like, I can also upload the video to your YouTube channel and the link to your podcast. I would not edit. It'll help you get subscribers. Let me know if this interests you. I never answered them. I couldn't screenshot the rest of it, but there is no response back.
Right.
And that's my business email, so it's not like some email that's defunct. So I saw it, and it's something about it when I got it, especially after the interview. I just said it wasn't like a real effort to be like, I'm going to disassociate from this guy, but it was more like,
not feeling called to that.
Yeah, I spoke with you, and like again, I only do things if I feel like I should do it, and even if the things are stupid, like I'm like pulled by the chest in a way, and it's like, oh, do this thing, start a t-shirt company and move to Florida. Like they're very stupid.
The N-word.
Say the N-word. Say it twice. Say it twice to him. See what he does. Start a racist podcast.
You know what I think he's doing there, though, is I think it's like early in the show's infancy, he could have bought us.
That's what he's doing.
He could have bought us because we would have gotten an influx of all these subscribers. And think about how advantageous it would have been for us to do in the show's infancy.
This is how people get bought, though. You don't get bought by like signing a contract.
There we go. He was trying to own you.
Yeah, you don't. And thank God, like I never even showed you this email, the follow-up.
I would have, like a dumbass, I'd have been like, that's a good dude. Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I independently ignored it, and I probably should have showed it to you, but whatever. It doesn't matter. This is where we're at now.
No, I agree with that decision now.
And it wasn't because I thought you would think this or that. I was just like, I saw it and I was just like,
not called to it.
Yeah, just like it doesn't make sense why it wouldn't be like 250,000 subs. Why wouldn't I want to be shared?
Oh yeah, we could have gotten a few thousand really quickly, which in those YouTube times when we were grinding would have been great. I'm very happy, by the way, just to deviate from that for a second, that the way that we've built this, and now we're hitting like this real sprint in the show's development. We're growing by thousands.
Dozens and dozens.
Dozens and dozens. That would have grown by thousands regularly over the course of just like a month or two.
Nothing to do with Matt.
Well, yeah, definitely not. I think that I'm glad that we grew independently.
Yeah.
It was fast from the outside looking in, but we thought that we believed in what we were doing so much that we were like, probably should be growing faster than this. And so some ways it was slow, some ways it was fast. I'm glad that we did it without the fucking influence of somebody else.
A lot of people from the outside say, oh, these guys came out of nowhere real fast. Number one, not necessarily true. I've already went over, like, we've been in this game for a long time. You've been doing it for a long time. I've been in this game for a long time. But we did kind of grow fast just from like what we did before.
Yeah.
But there are other people who grow from like 0 to, I don't know, 100,000, 300,000, 1 million.
Yeah.
And they're not prepared in this way because you're going to meet a lot of different people and
they come and go.
Yeah. A lot of them come, they fizzle out, they burn off because there's a lot of shit that happens
Yeah.
when you're doing this.
What's remember the chick that dropped the N-bomb and she became like a big deal?
Lily Gaddis.
And then they gave her like all this, and it's like everybody's just watching this.
She's still doing stuff, but she's kind of like, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, you've been presented this huge platform, and I think when you have something so big too, it's hard to figure out what to do with it. You've got to build it slowed in a way. But you should be growing. Nutrition.
Oh my God, Z-Man, that was
hurtful.
good, dude. Oh, that was good.
That is hurtful, man.
Yeah. Somebody said something though. I think
They
was,
pay for this though.
Yeah, they're allowed to. You pay for it.
I'm waiting for me. Come on, man. Let's go.
There's somebody said something. Oh, Avery Qui-Gon said, could you imagine the amount of pussies in the chat that would have come from that? Like, that's the thing, is we really cultivate an audience who gets it.
Yeah.
And like, you can't rush that. You really can't rush that. So I'm glad that everything went the way that it did. I'm trying to find this tweet.
Oh, so anyway, I retweet my own tweet, and I'm explaining
That's
it again.
masturbation.
It is, but it needed to be said. It needed to be tagged on. It says, this is how he operates. It looks like a courtesy to newer podcasts, but it's like a method of control. So like later on down the line, he could do whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not a technique that's explicit to him. And I don't even know if he's doing it like in this cold, calculated way, but there's a way people do this to you in your everyday life, in general, and they'll buy you for way less.
That's the thing, is like, whether or not he's doing it calculated, he still ends up buying you.
Yes.
And we know of other shows where he did this too. And by the way, those same shows are the same ones that he called and was like, don't associate with these guys, because if you associate with them, I won't associate with you.
Yes.
So whether or not he's aware of it when he first does it,
he's calling in the favor. So
he's subconsciously aware of it later on down the road when he's got you thousands and thousands of subscribers.
I thank God for giving me the discernment back then to deny any help from this snake, and for giving me the strength to tell him to go fuck himself for lying to his Christian community after. It's come at a cost, and it'll most likely make our road more difficult, which is true.
I don't even notice though. I'm just having such a good time.
Yeah, right now, but there's a cost. There's a cost to everything you do, good or bad.
Yeah.
So I recognize that. Right now, we're still having fun, but there will be a cost. There are people that will not associate, and you know what? Whatever. God will open a door, or he'll end the show completely if whatever he sees.
Whatever
fit.
he wants to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, but I don't care. I'm not here to be friendly with liars. I'm here to explore the truth and reorient people toward Jesus.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I may use some strong language on the way. But yeah, I don't care at all.
That's why I told him I was
stuff.
busy making disciples of men that he would deem unchristian. You know what I mean? Like, that's who we're talking to, is this, the same people that we're helping to understand and we're all walking towards Christ together. He would turn to the people in this chat, which he has, and say unchristian.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. Here's something that I posted. I said, here's some notes I never got around to during the Alberino debate rather.
This is what the show was about.
This is what it was supposed to be about, but we never got around. Oh, this is what this show is about.
We got a couple of minutes.
An hour in. I think they might be good conversation starters here on X. It's fascinating how many occultists and new age thought leaders looked to this time right now, 2026 specifically, 25, 26, 27, this 3-year span, whatever, as being the time we'd be introduced to these entities.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not that they should be taken as an authority on anything, because they are ultimately new age homos that are channeling these deceptive entities. But thought-provoking nonetheless. Many thought we'd be deceived by what can be described as a rebranding of ancient entities. Fascinating. This is what I've been cautioning against. The last thing I'm going to do is trust the government narrative about something that's been predicted by people who've made a habit of channeling deceptive spirits. So here's the first one. This is what I had. These are 4 slides from what I had set up to talk about.
Better punctuation than Jeffrey Epstein, I might say.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And this is actually something that we got him with. You know, are there good aliens? I put this down because I knew that he was going to step in this, and he did. And I said, how can we determine this? The gods of antiquity were beloved and revered. Were they good? And so you actually see that flesh out a little bit when I hit him with that. Are there any good aliens? And he says, actually, no, I altered it. I said, are there any neutral aliens?
Mm-hmm. Better question.
And
because
to which he totally
you can
stepped
say
in.
good. Like, yeah, I think that a lot of them do good stuff.
Yeah.
So like if they give us technology that will help do stuff, that is generally good.
If you swear your allegiance and fealty to them, and you're willing to sacrifice animals and babies to them, and they'll put food on your plate because your village is starving. Well, that's good, right? I mean, your village was starving.
Look at this example. We use a platform to spread to misinformation to multiple people.
Yeah.
Thousands of people at a time. They watch, they listen. It's done well.
It's
done in high quality.
It is done in high quality.
The people that own it just happen to be Satanists.
Oh, which one was that?
Well, I'm not going to say the platform name. It's the one you're watching on right now. Hey,
yeah, that's right.
Not StreamYard. Well, maybe. Who knows?
Probably.
But yeah, so they do a good thing. This is good.
Yeah.
GOOD. Good.
Good.
But
is it, what's a better word? Holy?
Is it sanctified?
Is it
unbecoming of a Christian?
Do God like it? You know what I mean? Like, all right, so I went on and I said,
do God
these are things, and honestly, we should have prepared for this because it's like I don't remember all this shit, and I only read it peripherally and wanted to dig into it. But Alice Bailey, 2025 to 2026 is the time frame that is being looked at, predicts the return or the redefining. This is fascinating. The redefining of Jesus Christ into a cosmic Christ or Christ consciousness. And this is written in the 1947 book, The Reappearance of Christ. So, you know, once again, it's like
1947 must have been crazy to be alive.
I know.
A lot of shit happened. A lot of people probably having no idea.
Well, yeah, because they didn't have the internet. It's like if this level of shit was happening now, which to some extent it is, we're aware of it. We get to be aware of it. I don't think you got to be privy to it back in the day unless you were doing it.
And the people that were doing this, probably something more powerful about doing it in that time period.
Yeah.
Like they were talking.
I think
these entities were talking.
If you go and watch the series Penny Dreadful to me,
watch British shit.
It's there's only one, there's an American, there's a couple Americans. It is a time piece specific, you know, maybe this era, I don't know if it's 40, I have no idea. I don't know time. Could be the 1800s for all the fuck I know. But you know, it's sort of a Victorian era, at least that's the way that things look. It's the dresses and everything, but it isn't that far back because there's an American and he is a rodeo guy. You know, so like, I don't know when that puts it. All I know is that they live in a world where most people don't know this, but there's an underbelly of society where werewolves, vampires, all this shit does exist. It's so well done. It's so well done. I just feel like back then, probably still now. That's right. I'm going to go out and fucking say it. I think that
He's going to say it.
All these things, vampires, shout out to one of our crazier listeners, Valkyrie. She's been around for a while. Her whole thing is vampire. She's like, it can all be split into two, the living and the dead. That's what it all gets split into, the living and the dead. There are these dead things that want to embody the living. They are vampiric by nature. And I'm like, I don't disagree with that at all. In fact, that's kind of, you know, grandma maxing in a way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think all that exists. I think all that exists. Like when I hear, when people say like vampires, I'm like, I fucking really don't doubt it. Really don't doubt it. An ancient thing that cannot die. And it's like, okay, is it a good metaphor for like a demon then? Like it needs you. It's got a parasitic relationship. Like, no, I think
yes and yes.
Yes and yes. Like it's a good metaphor, but I also think there probably was this embodied thing that was a man that was changed and cannot die and has this horrific existence where it has to feed off you, specifically the blood. You know, life is in the blood. That's what they're feeding off of. I don't think they're too pumped about it. I think they're probably pumped about it for a while, but to live as this thing for hundreds and hundreds of years, if not thousands, in the shadows, feeding off humans, fucking, yeah, that's got to suck. And I think that's where you get all those really like kind of romantic ideas of the vampire where it's like it's a cursed existence and they don't want to, but they do it anyway. And then women are like, I want to have sex with it.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, so a vampire, I think understanding the nature of these entities as being parasitic is super important in understanding their morale and their actions. So are they good? Maybe there's some that want to do good things and maybe there's some that really don't want to do, but they have to. In order to exist, they must do this thing. Like we have that story from the guy, years ago we got the story about that parasitic entity that's on him. I always attribute that to Johnny Leach, but he's gonna listen to this and go, that was fucking not me, dude. That was not me. Somebody, I don't know who the hell it was. If it was you, go ahead and lie. Man, I want to let us know. Look that up again. But it's a parasitic entity that he's hosting willingly, and they're benefiting off of each other, except this entity is, I mean, he's going down the wrong path because it's almost like naturally the things that this entity needs him to partake in are detrimental to his salvation, his health, his life, but
Well,
he's having a good time.
Somebody clarified a little bit, which I agree with. Sometimes I like forget about the details because I'll often talk about how they are parasitic. They feed off of low vibrational energy. I don't think that's just true though, because we know that they like worship. Worship is a high vibrational energy. I think they also feed off of love and things like that too. But what this guy was saying is like it left him with the inability to feel these extremes. So really the name of the game is extremes. They loosh off that energy. He was unable to feel kind of, he was just going through life, you know, dull to it all, which he did not like.
He was just like he's a vessel to this entity. And again, I do believe like the story where the entity was sad about maybe even what it was doing to him. And it was sad when it had to leave because there was a relationship there. It doesn't change the fact of the nature of the thing. The thing, it's cursed to eat the dust of the ground. And be on its belly for the rest of the days of its life.
Like, it is sad. You've been made and your creation was a fucking abomination. It was a twisting of God's creation.
I feel bad.
And when you do that, when you invert and you twist God's creation, you make sad things. Asshole. Thanks a lot. Now we all got to feel sad for this parasitic entity that cannot live without a host. Like what a weird, and look, that is kind of like
it doesn't that show itself in the archetype of like let's say the beta male.
Oh my God, somebody said, isn't there another show in a minute?
There's another show in 20 minutes, and maybe we'll talk to Zach and see if we can push it back, or we'll just end this one in whatever. Yeah, we'll be back on.
We did bad with time today.
Yeah, we were talking to people. We should have recorded that. But there's a correlation to the beta male that you see in like modern politics, or like the left-right dynamic, where you have this beta male that is dysgenic, not disfigured, but just like, been dealt a bad hand for whatever reason. And it's like,
now he has to be a creepy parasitic son of a bitch.
Well, yeah. So he's now made himself like, now he's going to leech onto like maybe left-wing talking points in politics, which are all kind of demonic and they're anti-nature at the very most. And what we should do as other just regular dudes, I got to look at him, or like the guy from 300, right?
If Ephialtes.
Yeah, we look at him, and if you pity him, then they'll become more, I don't know, treasonous toward you.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is you can't integrate it into your society, because then it makes your society weak.
Yes, because
vulnerable and
because
all this
it wants
shit.
to be accepted into your society, and that acceptance then becomes like not just naturalized, but normalized.
And then it gets worse and worse. You let one, like Ephialtes wanted to be part of this, the phalanx, but he couldn't lift his shield high enough. And since he couldn't lift his shield high enough,
everybody else dies.
And if you let one Ephialtes in, at some point they're going to pass like what would you call that? Participation trophies. Yeah, discrimination laws and shit. Now you got to let you have to have at least 7 Ephialtes in the phalanx.
Yeah. So these things are like, they are these dysgenic creations of within God's creation that God didn't. He's like, I didn't make that.
Yeah.
And they don't have any belonging here or there. And you look at them and you're like, they're pitiful. And what it turns into from their end is like this resentment on their part for us who have done nothing to them. We've just been born sort of normal.
Dude, yeah. Sam Squash, may you live forever is a curse. That was such a heavy moment, dude. May you live forever. That's what Leonidas says to Ephialtes. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's something that you can see has taken root, and it makes you wonder, should they have been cast off a cliff at birth? I don't know. Would it have been better?
It would have been offensive to say. Imagine being offensive.
I imagine the Spartans were pagans anyway, so
I'm just saying, imagine like thinking that like so black and white. How offensive is that of you?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're not being accepting. You're not being reasonable.
At a time when there is actual danger, and the only way you can sustain this society is being by just being unbelievably strong, then you have to cast him out. It's only when you have, cartoons, Krispy Kreme donuts, Uber Eats.
No, it's not.
That you can allow these people to exist without being an immediate threat.
This is why King Saul fell, because he allowed these people, whether it was pride on his part, or maybe he's like, you look at this donkey and you're like, we could probably just integrate this. It's not that dysgenic, and we could still kind of use it. I feel bad. Like, I'm not going to kill this thing. Or maybe I'm keeping it as a trophy to show that I'm better. You still integrated and you put this thing in your society, and then it's like, all right, play that out for 1,000 years and see what
that
happens.
goes. Yeah,
It's every single time.
they're gonna
Play
cut
it
the
out.
kids' dicks off.
Play it out
every
for,
time at the end of 1,000 years.
Every time for 1,000 years. Yeah, play it out. These things, whether maybe they're happy with you in the beginning, maybe they do give you stuff, maybe they do good, but eventually over time, resentment's going to grow, and you're going to end up in 2026.
Yeah,
where we're at right now.
Yeah, time is a flat disc. Here, I got another one. We got to kind of power through these because we don't have a lot of time.
Power through it. Damn.
I got another slide here. This was something else we wanted to talk about. Rudolf Steiner, Austrian philosopher / lecturer. He had a lecture series that was called The Fall of the Spirits of Darkness. Now, this is actually interesting because Rudolf Steiner is a fascinating guy. He actually thinks that the Archangel Michael had a battle with these entities and they were cast down. He thinks that took place in like 1870. So I don't know really what to make of it. I've not looked into it too much, but he claims that there were spirits that were cast down into the human realm and that those spirits would be redefined as enlightening, progressive, and scientific rather than demons. So he identified them as demonic and said that they would be rebranded. He said eventually mankind would be entirely deceived by these entities, and he looked at our current era as the time when the deception would be fully accepted. So in other words, it takes place for a long time, and then there's a full acceptance in our era.
And he's getting this through channeling or downloading?
I actually don't know how the fuck Rudolf Steiner is getting this.
Do you think any of these people, do you think any of them that are channeling, I mean, they're probably getting like sensations and like maybe like small instances and feelings of what might happen. David, do you think that any of them predicted a man dressed as Indiana Jones would be doing this?
I think even the new aged thought leaders who were certainly, they'd be like, that's gay.
There's just no way that's possible.
Yeah. Here, we'll do a quick little search. Was Rudolf Steiner channeling? Not described as a channeler. So, anthroposophy and conscious spiritual perception.
Well, yes. So
okay, so clairvoyant cognition.
So channeling.
Okay,
whatever.
But he didn't call it that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's different. Okay, here, let's get to another one. We have
neutral.
Aleister Crowley.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if anybody's familiar with that guy. He summons Lamb, right? Obviously, first instance of modern day gray visage, right? That's what Lamb represents, at least in our zeitgeist currently, via the Amalantra workings, which included sex magic.
I like the CK magic.
Well, you have to have the CK because it's different. And drug-induced trances. So we have
to define our terms.
This is channeling by way of ritual and drug use, right? So this is
I like the meme like follow me, channeling, but gayer.
But gayer, way gayer. This is before we had like at least you didn't have to get gay. Now you have frequency technology that can allow you to do it. Back in the day, you had to get gay.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have to bend over, dog.
You gotta get, and look, hey, shout out to all the people that paved the way for you new age, homosexuals. Took a ton of dicks.
Think about how good we have it now. That dude, we're talking about like the dude that Marvel's named after. He had to bend over.
Yeah.
Like,
Marvel Parsons. Yeah.
You want this occult knowledge, baby?
Gotta spread those cheeks.
What if it was always like, what if there was an easier way to do it?
Yeah.
And he was just like, this is the only way.
Well, here, it's an interesting thing because, obviously there's the quote, today they are known as angels and demons. Tomorrow they will be known as something else, right? So aliens. But this right here at the asterisk, I thought this was fascinating to put in there. Crowley also says that future generations wouldn't have to have gay sex to contact these entities.
Did he say that?
No, but basically what he says is they would have to contact them through technology
rather than ritual.
So over the fucking target. Thank you guys.
Man,
slow clap, please.
Look at how cool we are now.
I know, man.
We have like multiple apps you can talk to a demon now.
Yeah,
ChatGPT,
multiple
Grok.
apps, not multiple blaps. Unlike Aleister Crowley. All right, and then we have Manly P. Hall, everybody's favorite,
Very
kind
manly.
of a occult authority. He's active through the 1920s to the 1980s.
Sexually active.
He's active, baby. Esoteric philosopher, lecturer, expert in Hermetic, Platonic, and so Plato, and mystery school traditions. These are, who's really good on Manly P. Hall's work? Thomas, Paranoid American, and Juan. Shout out Juan. So
he's retired.
Leave
him out of this, dude.
Oh boy, here we go. We've got fucking that homosexual just commented on our Instagram.
Who?
previous member of a show who went full fucking new age gay warlock.
No, what did he say?
Something gay. He's like, it's very reductive to call these things demonic. Okay, tell us that after you had your demonic DMT experience.
we
and
are
we're
not-
totally fucking drained.
We're not going to be mean
Okay,
to
fine,
him.
fine. We're not
We
going to be mean
like
to him.
him.
All right,
We like him.
Now fucking be careful though, dude. In
Because
this,
we're out here blapping everybody.
so he says, in the secret teachings of all ages, right? That's the book, his Manly P. Hall, one of his books, The Secret Teaching of All Ages. He claims ancient civilizations received advanced knowledge from what they interpreted as gods, angels, or divine teachers. So whenever I say that, I'm not the only retard in the space who thinks that. And
We need to write some books, man.
I can't even read. He claims that post the year 2000, ancient knowledge would reemerge. To me, that sounded like Days of Noah. And ancient teachers would be accepted as cosmic intelligences. But if you go back, he says these civilizations received advanced knowledge from what they interpreted as gods, angels, or divine teachers. So Manly P. Hall, very close. I would say gods are fallen angels.
Yes.
And they're teaching hidden knowledge that mankind wasn't ready for.
Isn't it very
And then
interesting?
he goes, those ancient teachers would be accepted as what? Cosmic intelligences. So fucking aliens.
I know, but it's like whenever,
Fucking aliens.
this is the frustrating part. When we're talking to like people like Alberino about this, or even the Blur, we haven't talked to them, but when they're talking at the audience, they're like, you guys just don't understand. Like these are different things, like demons and fallen. Like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
To one homosexual, they're ascended Atlantean masters. To another one, they're their fucking spirit guy. It's Christianity's a false religion, and the gods of pagan antiquity are the real ones. Like, oh, you mean all the same shit that we're saying right here?
They're talking about the dads and they're talking about the kids. And it's like, all right, so if we call all of them demonic, like then we have to get sidetracked and you're gonna have to argue with us for
Grandma
days.
maxing.
It's like, yeah, but it's also very clear what this is. Like, yeah, we understand the aliens. Listen, aliens themselves, the classifications is very interesting. We can get into it. I think the question is, which one are the Nephilim?
Yeah.
And which one are the fallen between these species of aliens? And it could be, we don't know, but they're all bad.
Look, there's no shortage of this, right? I listed Alice Bailey, Manly P. Hall, Aleister Crowley, Rudolf Steiner, which Rudolf Steiner claims that he's not channeling, but then he says, I'm using clairvoyant. But okay, whatever, dude. So you're channeling.
What did Timmy do to us? The words.
Which words?
Man, there were words. I was like, well, where do you work? And it was like, work, place of occupation.
Oh my, no. That was
no.
somebody else's. We heard that from somebody else. I forgot who it was, but somebody else did an interview with him, and they were using the word job
title.
And then he's like, well, job title. I wouldn't say job title. And then they went back and forth, and Timothy Alberino settled on description of occupation. The fuck? What is a job title then?
I'll jump
Timothy?
through the screen and choke you.
You dumb bitch.
No, he's not dumb.
Okay,
It's
fine,
hilarious.
he's not a dumb bitch.
It's hilarious.
But those four guys, they are not the minority in the New Age, in the Gnostic.
They're black?
No.
They're black?
They not. No, I don't mean like 13% minority. I just mean like they are.
Manly P. Hall sounds black.
No, I don't think so. He wrote a book, a big book. I'm just saying it's a huge book. But my thing is like I picked four people that most people have heard of. And these are the intellectual thought leaders in these communities.
Yeah.
And saying the same thing in this era, post 2000s, maybe get more specific, 2025 to 26, like really narrow it down. But everybody's talking about the same era, that there's going to be a rebranding of entities. Now, Rudolf Steiner says they're demonic, right? And these other guys say like, well, they're not demonic. They're just angels. There's fallen angels. Okay, fucking whatever. They're angels. But they're all saying they're going to be accepted and that people are going to be deceived, or at the very least, if they don't think it's a deception, because Rudolf Steiner says it's a deception, they're going to still be rebranding something that is old. That is gods and fallen angels and shit.
What I think I just revealed to myself, I've had a revelation.
What's that?
I think that we've been like the apple, the bonking of the apple.
Yeah.
Obviously, Timothy Alberino has been the apple, but I thought he was the apple in a way of
the apple of my eye.
Yeah, like a different sort of thing, like the apple that I want to bonk because I like the comedy and the fun.
Yeah.
I think his op and I think their op is not to be right in the end of the day. It's almost like they're sabotaging, self-sabotaging. The apple here is like kicking the can down the road just a little long enough.
Yeah.
That's all that this is, because it's the dumbest argument in the world.
It is the dumbest argument
It's
in the
been
world.
proven like from every single side. Every single side,
There
multiple
are-
different
the-
ways.
It's like if you wanted to, maybe we should do this, right? At some point, create a bullet point list of every single source that points to these things being demonic and just like rattle them all. Maybe we'll do a whole episode on it. We'll just like address a bullet point, address another bullet point, address another bullet point. Because this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
You have all of these, you know, and I'm not saying that you should agree with these guys. I think that likely they're channeling these spirits, and these spirits are doing the 9 truths and one lie, you know, which is like where you get, let's see, not Crowley, but Manly P. Hall, who the lie is, well, these things are advanced entities, you know, they were gods or angels or divine teachers, and they're going to be accepted as cosmic intelligences in the future. The deception there is like really just an omission of the term fallen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, like when they tell Manly P. Hall, like, oh yeah, it's fucking, they're angels. Like, that's not a lie. That's not a lie. But what is their current state? Are they in the grace of God or are they not? It's like, well,
if they're deceiving, then
don't ask that.
No.
Don't ask that. You know, so it's a lie by omission. And so like all these people, like, don't believe them wholeheartedly, but it's interesting because there's a running theme. This fucking era is one of great deception where these entities are going to be rebranded.
Yep.
But trust the government. Trust Lou Elizondo.
It's insulting.
Fuck
No,
you.
David.
Fuck
No,
you.
David, no. It's just insulting
Yeah.
to people with big brains like us.
Big brains, baby.
Big brains.